What's up everyone, it's your boy X-Manny87 here, bringing you another Marvel Legends video, and what I have for you today is my top 10 Marvel Legends of the first half of the year of 2019. Yes, that's right, happy July everyone. June's officially over, and that means we already hit the halfway mark, so I definitely want to cover my top 10 Marvel Legends for the first half of the year. I'm going to rank these probably a little different than everyone else, so I basically do my ranking from fun factor. That's the most important thing, how much fun I had with photography, obviously, you know, the figure itself, and, you know, yeah, I mean, you know, also go by sculpting and stuff like that. And the figures, excuse me, the figures that you see here, some didn't make my top 10, sadly. So I just want to, you know, show them off. So this is kind of like my honorable mention for them because, oh man, this was a hard video to do. I love all of the Marvel Legends I have here. If I could put them number one, they'd be number one. But you know, I gotta be fair, and some are even gonna share some spots because it's just totally. It was just freaking tough to do this list. So anyway, let's get to number 10. Coming in at number 10, we have Silver Sable, and my god, this has been my most wanted female Marvel Legends figure ever. I mean, since I've been collecting this line since, what, 2001, 2002, and I am just finally happy to see her in action figure form. It's freaking like 2 decades it took to finally get this one, and man, when she was revealed at Comic-Con, San Diego Comic-Con last year, I just went absolutely crazy, man. I had multiple nerdgasms with this one when she was revealed, and when she was in the Spider-Man PS4 and seeing how badass of a character she was there, it just made me itch for this figure even more. And you can definitely put this up with the Spider-Man PS4. If it wasn't for the basic female body, you know, if she was on the Moonstone body and had maybe like a couple of holsters that you could put some guns in, or had some, you know, other sweet weaponry with her to add to her arsenal, this definitely would have been higher in my list. But, you know, this is not going to be the last time you see this body on this video, so stay tuned. But definitely she would have been higher on my list, and I love Silver Sable. I think this figure came out absolutely beautiful, the paint job and everything, her head sculpt amazing, you know, headband, the hair, the color of the hair, I just I love it, man. I'm just super happy that we finally get Silver Sable. Coming in at number 9, we have Hercules here, and my god, this sculpt is phenomenal. 100% newly tooled figure, and he is just amazing, from his Herculean man bun all the way down to his Herculean toes. This guy is freaking awesome. Coming with 2 alternate hands, well, one fist, you know, one pair of fisted hands, and then the other pair of open hands to hold his weapons on the back, as he has this axe-like mace and his sword. Awesome for dual wielding, and this guy is just super freaking cool. I love the head sculpt. The beard came out freaking awesome. He's covered in all his glorified chest meat. And I just really enjoyed having this figure. Awesome posability. Just a great figure. And coming in at number 8, it is a tie between Ebony Maw and Corvus Glaive, so they definitely share this number 8 spot together. And I have my reason why they're sharing this spot, and mainly because these two completed our Black Order, so you definitely needed these two to complete the Black Order from when they released Thanos, Proxima Midnight, and oh my god, who was the other one? Oh, Black Dwarf, yeah, Cole Obsidian. He was the Build-A-Figure, so this adds to that established team, and it makes them look freaking awesome. One of the best teams to complete in Marvel Legends form. these two deserve to share the same spot. And just like with Hercules, these guys are 100% newly tooled, so that's another reason why, you know, they're sharing the spot together, because the sculpt on these are absolutely astonishing, just stunning, you know, just absolutely beautiful. Oh man, these are some of the best figures you can get this year. And coming in at number 7 is another highly anticipated figure that I've been wanting to add to my Spider-Man collection, and it is Scorpion. And the highlight of this figure is obviously the amazing bendy wired Scorpion tail. This figure was freaking awesome. The fact that they added bendy wire to this, they didn't have to. They could have given us just a simple tail with like 3 or 4 point articulation, but no, they, you know, the Hasbro team went above and beyond to give us a bendy wire tail. And overall, this dude is one of my favorite Spider-Man villains, and I really am pleased with how this figure came out. Yes, I would have preferred the open mouth, because that's how that's the Scorpion I grew up with, especially seeing him in the animated series. But from the paint job, you know, it's totally newly sculpted. At least, you know, the core of the bodies. I think the hands and boots are shared from elsewhere, but I think I mean, I could be wrong, but yeah, this figure is freaking amazing, and I really love the torso cut, how it complements the movement for his tail. So if you're trying to, you know, get a nice pose with him, you can definitely accomplish it with this figure. Look what we got over here. Couple of gangsters, a couple of G's, a couple of G's. Yeah, Kingpin and Shadow King coming in at number 6, sharing that spot, because, well, I mean, they share the same body mold, so, I mean, why not? Why not, right? Shadow King, the head came with the Professor X figure, which you could put on the Kingpin body, obviously. And what was awesome is that you could put the Venom monster hands on this figure, and it makes it that much more amazing. Probably like it more than Kingpin, to be honest with you. And I've seen some people put the Caliban hands on Shadow King. That looks great as well. But I love these Monster Venom hands on him. But either way, they still work good. And Kingpin was another highly requested figure. He was just, you know, one we desperately needed an update of, and he is massive. He feels like the Kingpin. You put him next to a Spider-Man figure, and you just feel like this figure is going to absolutely crush the Spider. Coming in with his little pimp cane right there, that is freaking sick, man. He comes with 2 other heads as well, so... well, or 1 other head, right? Yeah, one other head, which was a yelling head. That was freaking awesome, and I still want to grab another one so I can paint this guy in black, leave the purple as is, so I can have a Spider-Man PS4 Kingpin. But yeah, definitely these 2 figures are amazing and have been one of my favorite highlights of Marvel Legends this year. Alright, and coming in at number 5 is Mystique. She was the Walgreens exclusive, and this is an absolute total babe. Man, she is a total babe. I love the head sculpt. That is definitely a winner here. Being in her classic Gimli 90s attire, it is absolutely beautiful. The guns you see here is not what was included with this figure. It was a big gold, like, bazooka or something. One of those futuristic looking rifles, and then she had like a golden pistol. But the one thing about this figure that was absolutely amazing was her accessories of having an alternate head. So the reason she's placed high on this list is because you can actually get 3 figures out of her. One, as I said earlier, to pay attention to the Silver Sable body, was the Lilandra head, as I just basically cut out the straps of Silver Sable and gave her a Black Knight cape, and the staff is from the DC Universe Classics Ocean Master Signature Series, so that looks absolutely phenomenal with it. And the other head was the half Rogue face, which is absolutely awesome. We got to put this on my extra Rogue figure, and it's things like this when you can get bonus figures out of one character. I just absolutely love that. It makes me love the figure even more, because seeing these three together, how I got this just from one figure, that's amazing, and that makes it totally worth the purchase. And I don't want you to think that I'm cheating here. I don't want you to think that Lalandra and Rogue, the half-faced Rogue, is sharing this spot with Mystique. I'm just giving you my reason of why she is listed high in this spot. So she is respectably holding the number 5 spot on her own. Again, it's just another reason why she was placed this high, is because I love those options of display, especially when it comes to photography. So with that said, that makes Mystique one of the best figure this year. So on to the next. And coming in at number 4, it is my favorite Marvel villain of all time, Magneto, from the Family Matters 3-pack. Finally get an updated classic Magneto. And as I said in my review, it's, you know, not the perfect Magneto that we wanted, but still way better than the last classic Magneto from the Jubilee Build-A-Figure wave. I was disappointed in the alternate head with just looking like a young man and didn't look intimidating at all. But this, you know, this screaming face has, or whatever, the grin face has grown on me. And, you know, I wish the teeth were, the flesh wasn't painted behind the teeth. But, you know, from afar, it looks great. Up close, not so much, but still, man, I had fun photographing this figure. And as you saw, I did my I did an epic pic with him shooting up some of the guards, taking inspiration from the first X-Men film, but kind of putting my own twist to it. Cause come on, I mean, how much of a badass he would have looked if he really pulled the trigger on those guards in the first movie. But yeah, man, the alternate head swap from the Apocalypse Wave Magneto, putting it on this guy, just screamed 90s X-Men animated series vibes to me. So I am super happy to have this Magneto in my collection. And now on to the top 3. Alright, we're down to the top 3, and number 3 is Weapon X Wolverine for me. I cannot tell you how much fun I had photographing this guy. So again, with this list, you know, photography played a major factor, and this is again my top 10. So this is, you know, how I rank my figures, and this was, or had to be, no, positively, without a doubt, this was the one figure I had the most fun photographing this year, probably ever, since I've been doing photography, action figure photography. And this Weapon X Wolverine just took my creativity to another level. I really enjoyed just creating that Weapon X lab scene, and then doing the whole escape, you know, where he's in the snow. That alternate head inspired from Barry Windsor Smith's art was absolutely, you know, just, it was just an awesome addition to add to this guy. And I've been wanting a Weapon X Wolverine for the longest, as far as updates, because I did like the Toy Biz one, I definitely did, but I wanted an updated Weapon X Wolverine with, to be consistent with the other Wolverine bodies they have shared. So that's one of the main things why I love this figure so much, because it fits in with my Wolverine, and I will never complain about a Wolverine figure because he is my favorite X-Men. So I want all the versions of Wolverine. And with that said, let's move on to number 2. And coming in at number 2, oh, it's another dream figure of mine. It is Professor X with the hover chair. How long have we waited for this? You know, I've waited an eternity for this guy, if it feels, man. This is my number 2 favorite figure of this year. He is absolutely awesome. I love how he came with Cerebro. The effect could be, the telepathic effect could have been a little better. You know, it looked a little weird. Despite that, this guy is absolutely amazing. I love how he came with the little effect here for his hover chair. You can basically display it like this as well without the effect, so he's not hauling ass to be late to teach his class. Overall, it was important for us to have the leader of the X-Men, as we are so close to completing the gold team. This year we definitely achieved completing the blue team, so you know, this Professor X is everything to any X-Men collector and every X-Men display. So again, another dream figure, you know, come true, and it just finally feels good to own a Marvel Legends 90s Professor X in a hover chair. And coming in at number 1, was there even a doubt? Yes, it is the Gimli beast. Man, this guy is, well, a beast. You know, for the $19.99 price point, you get freaking import articulation with this guy. You know, the double ab crunch and the drop down thighs, the toe articulation. You know, I can talk all day about this figure, and no doubt he's going to be number 1 in so many people's list for the half year, or maybe just the overall year. You know, in general, he's an amazing figure, and how he could balance on just one hand, and you can do those beast like poses. And man, this guy was absolutely just he was just a blast, and definitely deserves top honors to hold the number 1 spot, because this figure is that damn good. I love it way more than the Toy Biz figure. I knew what they were accomplishing here, you know, especially with the face sculpt. When you look at the Gimli face sculpt, this is what they were going for, and they accomplished it with that. Definitely didn't know what the hell the Toy Biz face sculpt was going for, because that, like, he just looked so weird. But yeah, this figure is the freaking it's the best, man. It is the freaking best Marvel Legends of this year. So this is why he deserves the top honors, and he's just the icing on the cake for the freaking blue team. This was the best Marvel Legend figure this year for me, and definitely deserves to hold the number 1 spot, not just on mine, but many other people's lists. And if he's not number 1, hey, I know for sure he's going to be in your top 10 or top 5 no matter what. So this is it, guys. This is my top 10 list for the first half of 2019 of my favorite Marvel Legends, and want to know your ranking. How does your top 10 stack up against mine? And you know, this was very hard to do. Again, some were tied. They shared some spots, and I gave my reasons, you know. And I did go off by what I've owned, because I do not own the Avengers Hulk Build-A-Figure Endgame Wave yet. So I'm pretty sure if I did, this list could have definitely looked differently, but I can only go by what I have. So I know some people got that wave a little early. I haven't yet. So again, this list could have been totally different, but I do have some of my honorable mentions, as you saw in the beginning of the video. Since those didn't make it, those were my honorable mentions, especially this guy right here, Night Thrasher. Night Thrasher was freaking awesome. His accessories, a skateboard, you know, I just, man, I felt so bad that he didn't end up in this list. Again, it was super hard, but this dude definitely deserves an honorable mention, because he is just a dope freaking figure. So again, this was a tough ranking to do, and this is only the first half of the year, guys. I mean, you know, this list could look completely different once 2019 finished wrapping up. And if you see my top 10 video for 2019 by the end of this year, we'll see who makes it from this list, because, oh man, you know, the year's not over. We still got that amazing Hulk 2-pack that comes with Wolverine, and you know, possibly, you know, Jean Grey, and then Storm. By the way, I'm definitely getting the X-Men Uncanny Vintage Wave and the X-Force Wave, so that should be coming either this week or next week. So I'll definitely have reviews up for those. But again, you know, it's going to be interesting what my top 10 will look like at the end of 2019. So with that said, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Let me know what you guys think. Please leave a like rating, as that'll show your support for my channel. That helps out a ton. Leave a comment, you know, we'll chat about it, because I love talking about this stuff. And, you know, follow me on Instagram. Link is in the description below. Get your toys at bigbadtoystore.com. I'll leave a link in the description below with that as well. And share and subscribe, and I'll see you guys on the next review. Peace, peace.